set. Welcome in to Dallas, Texas, the Metroplex home to the first of two semifinal games going on tonight. It's the Milwaukee Stags taking on the Dallas Talons. Both of these teams looking for a date with the Cincinnati Vultures in the conference championship. Welcome in to the broadcast booth with you. I am Chris Curtis. It is John Warren next to me. John, we got a good one ahead of us. Hopefully these playoffs continue to not disappoint.
Yeah, Milwaukee is playing with house money. They're coming off that huge upset last week, and they feel pretty confident. This is a team that played the Dallas Talons pretty even, except for the Talons getting up early in their matchup earlier this season. That's what Milwaukee's got to avoid. They got to protect the football. They have to not turn the ball over, and Dallas Talons really good at making teams pay for their turnovers. If they can avoid that, we might see another upset 2 weeks in a row here with Milwaukee.
White and red is Milwaukee. It is the navy blue of the Dallas Talons that are going to get the ball first as we move from left to right across the screen, and immediately some laundry on the field in this do or die game. It's a face mask, and that will push them 15 yards further.
And that's another kind of mistake that Milwaukee's got to avoid here. They got to protect the ball, but they also can't make silly mistakes like that. Dallas has some big play ability on offense, and giving him a shorter field is never a good idea.
Cameron Duty, your quarterback, he is under center with Travius James behind him. He's the main bell cow in the backfield. They'll give it to James to start things out, and that'll immediately be a few yards going forward. That's a 4-yard gain. Travius James, obviously Rashad Lockley, wide receiver number 1 on the depth chart. Neil Rivers, the tight end for Dallas. Under center in the eye, heavy set look. Play action. Duty lines it up, hurls it deep, right side towards the end zone, and it is incomplete at the last possible second. It's knocked away. 3rd and 5 coming up here.
I love the play call. The execution just barely missed. Cameron Duty floated that a little bit too high, gave the defenders time to catch up, but I love the aggressiveness.
3rd down, Duty backs it up, throws left side, gotta have it, and can't get it. Incomplete pass, well covered at the point of attack on the high point, and that is incomplete. He was looking for his top target, Rashad Lockley, but it's knocked away.
And that is unclaimed player Poppy Coles coming in there with the absolutely perfect time. Pass defense, knocked that out of Lockley's hands. That is a catch. Almost any other scenario, Cole's right there to slap it away. We got our first punt.
We do. Just a quick 3 and out for the Dallas offense as they're going to put this one into the air and well out of bounds, but not as deep as they wanted it to be. The 27-yard line is where the Stags are going to start this drive off, and they have Adam Wiseman in the gun on 1st down. Looking to throw this on first, wasting no time. Get this out to the flat. A jumping catch is going to net them a yard. Not much further than that. That's Rocco McLongfellow out there. And actually, they lose a yard in the process based on where the ball was.
Yeah, check down was the right decision, but just kind of floats this one too high. They actually lose a yard in that play. It probably would have been better if Rocco had just knocked that one down.
Yeah, a little bit of defense, I think, would have been better than not. As the Adam Wiseman at Rocco McLongfellow combo is pretty good. You have Mike Churchill in the wide receiver spot, wide receiver 1, and then Scorch Henderson. He showed up. He was not here since the beginning of the season. He showed up later on, but he has still made a pretty good impact. That's a handoff and a good one for McLongfellow, and he will have himself 6 yards taken down fairly quickly there. Here we go. This is a 3rd and 10, or 3rd and 5 coming up here. This is a big moment for Milwaukee. They can ill afford a 3 and out after forcing a punt from Dallas. In the gun, Wiseman looking to throw this right side and deep, and that is caught. 1st and 10 all the way towards midfield. That's exactly what they needed to keep this drive alive. It's Mike Churchill.
And that was actually outstanding defense from Dallas, but that's just individual effort from Mike Churchill, just going up, and you can see he actually got rattled from behind. His right hand with the ball in his hand swings back over his head. He holds onto it. Those big hands of Mike Churchill. That's a huge 1st down.
It's a big moment. First positive gain, real positive gain for Milwaukee, after coming off the huge upset in the quarterfinals, they would love to make a statement here against Dallas. That one doesn't go very far, and in fact gets them a -2 yards, as that's Van Holten who comes up with the stop.
Yeah, he doesn't miss many of those tackles. His first juke
Yeah.
was good enough to make one man miss, but Van Holten right there to make the play. So nice move by Longfellow, but can't escape the jaw-like grip of Ryan Van Holten.
Yeah, Van Holten's pretty good at pursuing the ball carrier. Even if one guy misses, he's going to typically be the one that makes that stop. 2nd and 12. Wiseman under center, backs it up, handoff, and taken down. Another loss of yardage for McLongfellow, and that is going to make a 3rd and very long for them to try to convert.
Yeah, Milwaukee averaged almost 70 yards a play last week in Miami. Dallas come out early to try to make sure that they do not repeat that performance this week, and they're going to force a punt here.
They will.
Nope, not yet. Sorry.
They will if they don't convert. This will be a chance for Wiseman. He's in the gun by himself. Backs it up, heaves it over the middle. That one is caught, and that is a dot right over the middle. Found his target. Very well done, as DeJuan Wright comes up with the catch on the 1st down.
Another huge conversion on 3rd down, this time from 3rd and 15. Just a perfect strike, getting it right to right at the line to gain. That was a really nice play from quarterback to receiver. Another good conversion there.
And keep the ball moving in an upward trajectory. At the 40-yard line of Dallas, through the right side, a little bit off tackle as we take off the top of this this offense for Milwaukee. We talked about McLongfellow. How about Scorch Henderson? We talked about him a little bit. He was a newcomer about halfway through the season. He has made an impact every time he's touched the ball.
Yeah, he has. This receiving core is really pretty good for the Stags, and Scorch is one of those up-and-coming receivers who's made a big impact halfway through the season.
That's going to be a handoff right side and a couple of moves, and that's not going to get him very far as we take a look at the Dallas defense. And looking at, we talked about him already, Ryan Van Holten. He is one of the defensive tackles on this roster, and he is a ball hawk.
Yeah, he is, and he's really the defensive leader on this team. But Frank Bernstein, also an outstanding safety. He's just all over the field at all times. We'll sure be calling his name a few times during this game. But yeah, Van Holten already making an impact.
3rd and medium coming up here for the Stags. Got to get it to the 30 to make a 1st down. A run left side, 1st down. That is well done for McLongfellow to put the shoulder down, move his way forward, and he gets through the linebacker.
These 3rd down conversions are unbelievable, and it's early in the game, but to have this kind of momentum, just absolutely the will to get that 1st down, it looked like it was not going to get there.
Yeah.
And instead, Longfellow just keeps his legs moving, gets the 1st down. That is 3 3rd down conversions in a row for the Stags. This is a really nice drive that they're putting together.
Very good drive, closing in on double-digit plays on the drive. That'll be a run to the right side, and the Talons are equal to that. They only give up a yard on this. Briggs comes up with a stop. We're still scoreless. 5 and 46 left in this 1st quarter. In this UFL semifinal matchup, chance for one of these teams to go to the conference championship, as that one is going to be a run to the left that doesn't go very far again. And here comes 3rd down as Tigner gets taken down. Key 3rd down here. Don't want to go all this progress and then they have to give it up.
Yeah, we'll see if they can make it 4 in a row, but this is probably the biggest one. They're near the red zone. This is 3rd long. Let's see what they dial up.
One to the slot, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Wiseman backs it up, takes his time, has to pick a target left side, and it'll hit the turf. No damage done. Wiseman ends up with that one being incomplete. They will end up with a field goal attempt. 46 yards is what that will be for Sam Reed if he can get it done on the left hash.
Yeah, 2 receivers in the area. Unclear which one he was going to, but he probably would have hit one of them had he not been hit at the last second there right before the pass went off. So we'll see if this field goal goes. If it does, that's still a nice drive, but I know they wanted 6.
46 yards. Kick is up and on the way. It is up and it is through from Sam Reed, middle of the hashes. And that is 3 points added on. Milwaukee strikes first and gets the Stags on the board. It's 3-0.
Yeah, first blood here drawn by the Stags. Let's see if the Talons can retaliate. That was a really impressive drive. I know the Stags wanted 7 on that drive, but that's still a nice momentum maker. To get those 3 huge third downs in a row, that's something you can build this offensive game plan on as the game goes on.
Yeah, a little bit of a statement of intent there. They didn't get it in the end zone, but for them to be able to get it downfield and make Dallas work on defense, that's a key for Milwaukee going forward. That is returnable. 5 yards deep into the end zone, will be taken out to the 25 to the 27-yard line. They'll give him the 29, and that is where Dallas will start this next drive. No face mask on this one, and out comes the Talons offense.
Yeah, that was a good return out to the 29. Cameron Duty, I imagine he's going to take another shot here, but they also probably need to get Trevius James involved.
They did earlier on. They get him 1 carry. You wouldn't be surprised if they get him going again. Left side, way open. That is a nice little hitch route. That gets him right at the 40-yard line. That is a catch down the field for Lockley. His number 1 target, 2 targets so far, 1st and 10. I formation for Dallas. Nickel look on defense. Backing it up, 5-step drop. Chance left side, caught from Duty to his receiver. It's Lockley again, 2 targets in a row and 2 catches. They move the chains.
Yeah, the dangerous thing about Rashad Lockley is he is a downfield deep threat. But when you're playing him that soft, trying to prevent that kind of deep route, you're going to get him free underneath, and that's what we've seen 2 plays in a row.
It's a handoff to James. He's going to work his way to the left side. He is at the 44-yard line in Milwaukee territory, 2nd and 4. They're getting a rhythm going on with Rashad Lockley, and that is a dangerous place to be. He's very good with the ball in his hand too. So that's a dangerous way to live. James gets taken down. No gain on the play. 3rd and 4. And this is a chance for Milwaukee to get off the field. They did it earlier, and a second 3rd down stop would be massive for this Stags team, the underdog in this matchup.
Looks like maybe a man look here on the receivers. Nope. His zone blitz.
Duty caught. 1st down and more. Down to the 34-yard line, and they get the guys involved. It's Lockley one more time, his 3rd grab of the drive.
Yeah, he's averaging about 10 yards a catch. When you're averaging a 1st down per catch, that's a pretty good start to your day. Lockley again underneath. That's just a great route there, running underneath the coverage, and Duty finding him in stride. So this is a nice little drive that the Talons are putting together.
Here we go.
1st and 10, I formation. Duty backs it up out of the eye, right side, high pointed the football, and he did not come down with it. What a ball, and what a hit by the defense to jar that ball loose.
Yeah, that was actually one of the more impressive throws I've seen Cameron Duty make this year. It just didn't stick in Rashad Lockley's hands as he got upended when he went up to high point the ball.
3 of 4 on targets. This will be a Trevius James toss play. Left side stepped out of bounds. Definitely could have kept going, I believe, but instead it will bring him down inside the 25 to the 22.
Yeah, I don't know if Trevius James has kind of lost his balance or lost his bearings, but yeah, you can see there he had his head turned, I think, looking at other defenders, but didn't actually get his angle right. He could have cut upfield and probably got another 10, maybe 20 yards.
He may have been able to take it in. Single back formation. See what Dallas has just outside the red zone. Play action. Cameron Duty throws. That's towards the corner to the 10 to the 6. And he's taken down at the 6-yard line. Great looking play for Dallas as they move the chains one more time. They have it 1st and goal, Charlie Elliott.
Yeah, that's Neil Rivers' backup. And whenever they got that 2 tight end set, a lot of attention is going to be spent on Neil Rivers, and for good reason. He's one of the very best receiving tight ends in the league. But that also means that Charlie Elliott might get open a lot, and he's not had a bad season and off to a good start in this game.
Heavy set look, high formation, 1st and goal from the 6. This is Trevius James territory here. They will go to him right through the middle, and he's taken down at the 3. It's 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Yeah, it's the right idea. I think they'll probably go back to it, but that was Cruz there, who is just a cruise missile, making all sorts of tackles all over the field. He had a great game last week as well.
Same formation. If it works, do it again. Duty, handoff, taken down in the backfield. That's a great defensive play to bring him down right where he stands, creates a 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that was Chioke Mills.
Yep.
Just right there to grab the shoulder of Trevius James and pulls him down. It is no easy task. The 5'8" linebacker grabbing the 6'1" Trevius James, dragging him down. That was an outstanding defensive play.
If his hand was 3 more inches to the right, he might have Chioke'd him out. I'll see myself out. That was terrible. High formation. No, that'll actually be it for the first quarter. So we will end it there. 3-0 Milwaukee has the advantage in this semifinal contest. It's the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. UFL playoffs. We switch ends. It's Chris Curtis, John Warren of the broadcast booth. Dallas knocking on the door, looking for Pater, and they've got it. That's a touchdown. Talons on the board at home.
That's Taron Walls. Trevius James backup gets there from the slot. Oh, just catches, knew he was going to get hit, but held onto the ball. That was a huge hit he took at the end of that play from Cash Cruz. Didn't matter, he held on to it, and Dallas on the board with 6. They're about to make it 7.
Extra point about to be put up into the air. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is through. It's a 7-3 contest on Corey Ruth's extra point, and Milwaukee going to get this ball back, but Dallas starting to utilize the momentum of this home field and fans.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very Dallas Talons drive. We got a lot of Rashad Lockley. We got a lot of Trevius James. And we had some supporting cast. I mean, this is a really loaded offensive unit. They're tough to stop. That's why they have put up 37-plus points 4 out of the last 5 weeks. Just kind of an offensive juggernaut hitting their stride. And that's a really scary place to be if you're Milwaukee or any of Dallas's opponents here in the postseason.
Yugo numbers at the bottom of your screen as well. We are playing Yugo tonight, so definitely keep an eye on that. 4 numbers. Hopefully we got a lot more in store. Milwaukee going to return this down to the 26-yard line, and it is 1st and 10 from there. Now they have the unenviable task of answering a touchdown drive from Dallas against the energy from this home crowd and this energized defense who now is working with a lead.
Yeah, well, we saw the blueprint, right? I mean, I think Wiseman just spreading it out, getting it out to receivers. It's okay if they get down in the downs because they can convert thirds, but they don't want to do that too often because one failed conversion means disaster.
That is a handoff right side. Not a lot there. Nick Longfellow does get a few to make it a little bit better. 2nd and 7. 3-yard gain for him.
You know, I kind of want to see Wiseman take a couple shots, a little bit like we saw Cameron Duty do, and, you know, Scorch Henderson is a great target for that.
I'd love to see the short to intermediate passing game open up for him. Wiseman backs up, throws short right side, and that is nearly intercepted. Can't do that. That was tapped away and nearly was brought back to the house.
Absolutely no team is better at creating points from turnovers than Dallas, and that was almost one of those pick sixes right there.
Shotgun. Wiseman throws, needs it, tipped up in the air, and incomplete. Oh, man, the hearts and the collective fan base of Milwaukee is up in their throat right now. It's 4th down. They can safely punt it away.
And 2 Talons players collide at that point. Otherwise, I think that is an interception, and we're talking about really good field position for Dallas. Instead, the Sags are going to punt this away. That was 2 really dangerous throws, and they averted disaster twice.
Hunt upcoming. And that was a key play on defense for Dallas. They're working with a 7-3 lead at this point. That will bounce into the end zone for a touchback, bring this ball out to the 20-yard line. That is where the Talons will start this next drive. Cameron Duty orchestrating a touchdown drive earlier on. He will have a chance to do it again and maybe get the Talons with a 2-possession lead in this second quarter. Bunch off to the right, one to the left. Duty on first down will throw it short of his intended target. Kind of probably a good thing that ended up that short. It will be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, weird kind of duck coming out of his arm there. It was short arm. Right at the feet of his receiver. And you're right. I think it's probably good that it didn't.
Play action. Duty is going to tuck it and run forward. Got to slide. Got to get down. Does not. He gets tackled, but he holds onto the football. Gets down to the 35-yard line. That's a 1st and 10 for Cameron Duty.
A very leisurely jog for 15 yards. Kind of just held that for a second and just did a little power walk up the field. I don't think anyone knew what was happening. Some good blocking.
I don't think that was a power walk. I think that's his version of a sprint.
That's his version of a sprint. You know what? It was effective. 15 yards down the field, tucked it. That's only his 22nd carry of the season. So he doesn't do that often, but that was effective.
After the 56K scramble, this is going to be a sack in the backfield off the pump fake, and he will eat some of those yards back. 2nd and 18.
Yeah, the play action or the pump fake, neither one really fooled this defense. And Duty just holding on to this a little too long. Burns almost had the sack, but slipped on his way to the quarterback. That was really odd, but instead, this was cleaned up by Coleman, their number 50, and that's a big sack.
Pressure makes a difference. Even if you don't get him down, you can start it up for one of your other guys coming in.
Sure.
Bunch off to the right. Duty in some trouble here. Still in his own territory. He will wing it downfield, left side, and it's incomplete. Tried to high point it again, and he was looking for everyone's favorite target, Rashad Lockley.
Yeah, but this is getting close to hospital ball territory for Lockley, where there are a couple of big passes here. I mean, yeah, trust your receiver. He's one of the very best, but some dangerous passes going Lockley's way.
Duty over the middle, needs it. He overthrew his target. Not going to happen. So Dallas will live with that. They will have to punt this one away. They remain in the lead, but Milwaukee's going to get a chance again.
Duty's going to want that back because Lockley was streaking up the side of the field. He had his man beat by a couple yards. Instead, he tried to get it into Neil Rivers, and it didn't really work.
Punt upcoming. Kick is up and gone. 7-3. Milwaukee's going to have this returnable from the 15. Move to the right. They'll move middle of the hash marks to the 32-yard line, and that is where Milwaukee will start their next drive, their 3rd possession of this contest, as that one was Scorch Henderson on the return. And here comes Adam Wiseman and Rocco McLongfellow trying to do something with a chance to take the lead. Big start to this drive. Coming up, Dallas playing well defensively so far. That's McLongfellow on the run forward, and he will have himself a couple, maybe. They will give him nothing. Not going to happen. 2nd and 10, ball didn't move.
Yeah, they're wrapping McLongfellow up early. Vin Holton leading this front 7, just really protecting against the run, and they've done a great job so far.
They're going to have to be careful here. It makes them into a one-dimensional offense. This will be a run to the left. Delayed handoff doesn't go too far. Got a couple of yards, but makes it a 3rd and 7.
And this is the kind of predictability I don't think is good for the Stags to manifest here.
Wiseman, right side, caught. First down. Great catch and run. That'll get them a new set of downs. And man, did they need that. That is right with his 2nd grab.
Yeah, that was a really great read from Wiseman. Just saw his tight end in the flat, uncovered the corner coming from all the way the opposite side of the field to cover his man. It was just too late. By the time he caught up to him, he had already gotten the 1st down. So that was a great read from Wiseman. Saw it right away and trusted his tight end to make the move for the 1st down.
That was actually their tight end Dallas right on that grab. 86 in white. 1st and 10, his first grab of the day. Wiseman backs it up. 3-step drop time. Short ball. That is a check down and a catch. but a couple of catches in a row give him some chemistry. That's a 4-yard gain.
Sure, that's Mike Churchill, just a sure-handed player. We saw that incredible catch earlier on that field goal kicking drive, but it's a nice little short ball, and they set themselves up with 2nd and 6.
Off through the middle, and that is going to be a physical run, but it doesn't get them much. And you talk about the way these coverages are adding up here. There is some physical play on both sides going on the outside. Watch how quickly contact is made within those 5 yards. Wiseman at 3rd down needs it, got it in the middle of the field. 1st down and more to the 29-yard line, and that moves the ball well in to Dallas Talon territory.
And that's Scorch Henderson's first catch of the game. He had that nice return a few minutes ago, but that's just, that's getting a man in space free so good after the catch. That is Milwaukee's 5th 3rd down conversion in this game alone. Bernstein eventually there to help make the tackle, but not before a 22-yard gain. Scorch Henderson.
They entered the game top 10 in the UFL this regular season in 3rd down conversions on offense. That's a jet sweep. Got troubled by his blocking, and nothing was happening there. That is a big-time tackle by Coleman to bring him back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, because the tight end Dallas Wright had to come back and try to make that block, it totally interfered with the flow of that play. Henderson getting rocked in the backfield by Coleman. That's a 3-yard loss.
Under center. Plenty on the defensive line. This will be a run and an immediate tackle. Man, oh man, you saw it coming. To the 35-yard line, they lose a whole bunch. It's 3rd and very long for Milwaukee.
As Jared Briggs there, oh my God, a freight train just running right into you. That is painful to watch. Longfellow is going to feel that morning. It's another huge 3rd and long here. Let's see if they can make it 6 conversions.
Got to get it all the way down to the 20-yard line to get this 1st down. Wiseman backs up, needs to heave it. Pressure coming. He evades. No, he doesn't. He got pulled down at the last second, and that is a sack for 97 in blue, and it'll be a punt upcoming for the Stags.
Van Holten there to make the sack. The sack's only part of the story. The other part of the story is that they're out of field goal range. They're well out of field goal range. And that is a huge play. So what could have been their 6th 3rd down conversion turns into a total reversal. The Stags are going to have to punt this away. And wow, what a play Ryan Van Holten is having. He is having a magnificent game so far in this first half.
Brandon Cutter is going to punt this one away, try to pin him deep, and it was nearly blocked. Oh man, he got it away. It's in the end zone, but that could have been so much worse for Milwaukee as that got punted through the gunner's hands as he nearly got his hands on that football.
That was such an awkward snap. It wasn't handled. You could see it. It was taking them too long to get that punt off, and I cannot believe that wasn't blocked by Dallas.
That was unreal. 1st and 10 for Dallas. Has some momentum to work with after a nice 3rd down stop. Heavy set look. Expect Trevius James to get this ball. He will roll his way forward and get to the 25-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Trevius James has had a decent game so far. He's not setting the world on fire, but getting these chunk plays, especially down in the red zone, he's going to be really useful.
Cash Cruz in the tackle there. Duty's going to heave this one deep. Left side, and it's nearly intercepted. Didn't quite hold on to the ball or finish the catch. The safety could not do it, and it's 3rd and long coming up.
Oh, just another missed opportunity there for the Stags. I mean, that looked like right in the breadbasket of that safety. Instead, it falls out of his arms.
Duty over the middle. That one's caught.
Oh, my gosh.
Nice in route coming across the middle of the field. Past the 30 to the 32-yard line. It's Lockley again.
I gotta tell you though, this is the 5'11" Rashawn Lockley. He's don't ever say he's not tough. I mean, that is yet another huge hit he's taken. This time he holds on to the ball. But wow, when you're running across the middle of the field like that, you know you're gonna get hit by Sheed, one of the big linebackers there for the Stags. Oh my gosh, that's bravery, and he held on to it.
Yes, he did. It's good stuff from Rashad Lockley. I believe that's his 5th catch so far in this game. Duty is in the backfield. Backs it up. Pressure, throw, left side. That's caught towards the 50-yard line to the 48. And that is another first down for Dallas as they find another way to move the chains.
Yeah, that's Isaiah Taylor, an unclaimed player. That was a nice play. And Cameron Duty, he's now up to 50% completion of his passes. That's well below his average for the season. 73 is one of the league's most accurate passers. Has had a little bit of an odd day, but maybe he can get into a rhythm here.
Heavy set look on offense, I formation. One receiver out at the top of your screen. Toss play, has some blocking. Going to treat this like a screen pass, essentially. And that is going to be Trevius James getting 4 yards. Couldn't quite get the edge. Good defense by Milwaukee.
Yeah, that was a good defense by Milwaukee. Yeah, it looked like he might have been able to get skinny and get through those tacklers, but they really converged on him in time.
Backing up. Duty. Close over the middle, gonna push his way forward. That's a big time first down for Lockley, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. A fast moving game, 7-3, Talons in front on the UFL playoffs on the Virtual Football Network. Chris Curtis, John Warren with you in the broadcast booth. One of these two teams gonna play against Cincinnati in the conference championship game. Low over the middle, and that one's incomplete. Well overthrown by Duty, and that will stop the clock.
I mean, Rashad Lockley having just a tough it out game, not really thought of for his toughness in the middle, but he's keeping his legs churning after these catches. Just impressive first half from him.
Duty right side caught. Got to try to turn it upfield and does. Get it to the 30-yard line to the 29, and that'll at least get them close. 3rd and 4. They are in field goal range at the moment. It would be a 46-yarder from the spot they're at right now, but they can get a little bit closer. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Duty's in the gun by himself, trying to get the first down. Backing up, throwing, left side, incomplete. That equates to a throwaway as he had a defensive lineman right in his grill. 4th and 4, field goal coming.
Yeah, I thought that was actually batted down, but it got right through. Oh my gosh, super, super close. His man was open. His man was wide open. He just missed him, sailed that ball. Cameron Duty been a little bit off. Some of that's because of pressure, but some of that is just looked a little uncertain with some of these throws.
From 46, right hash for Corey Ruth. Kick is up and on the way. It's a good one, and it is right through the uprights. It becomes a 7-point game with a minute to go in this first half. And that will get them to a full 1-possession lead.
Well, Dallas likes to get up early and stay on top early. This is actually not the kind of game that they're used to playing. They're already this is just a 1-possession game late here in the first half. Milwaukee's really hung in there with their defense and prevented big plays to keep this close.
Duty now 6 for 13. Completion percentage was one of his strengths in the regular season, and it is not translated to this game as they will kick it off and give Adam Wiseman and company back the football. This will be returned out to the 20, 25 to the 28-yard line, and that's what they'll give them, is the 28. That's where they start this next drive. 2 46-yard field goals in the scoring today. That is rough for you Yugo fans out there. But it is what it is, I suppose. 1st and 10. In the gun, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Wiseman trying to spread the ball around a little bit here. To the left side, caught at the high point of the football. They'll get a few yards from that. It'll be they'll say 2. It's a 2nd and 8.
And these Wiseman balls to the flat have not really been super accurate. If you could get them a little bit lower and in stride, you might be getting more yards in those passes.
Running no huddle. There's a flag on the play in the area of holding, I do believe. That one's caught, but this may be coming back.
Yeah, we could see that from a mile away, actually. That was a clear as day holding call on the right tackle there.
Well, that creates a problem. Repeat 2nd down. Make it 2nd and 18. Wiseman backs up. Has time. Throws. Little crosser route's going to get him to the 25-yard line. That doesn't make it very much fun on third down. 3rd and 12 coming up. Dallas calls a timeout to stop the clock, anticipating they can get this ball back if they can get a stop.
Yeah, to get the ball back and maybe good field position. So I like the call. I like the call to call the timeout. Put this in your defense's hands. Say, hey, we think we can stop you on 3rd and 12 and maybe get this ball back and try to score again.
3rd down. Here we go. Wiseman is in the gun by him, or with some help. Looks to throw this. Nearly picked off. Linebacker stepped in front of it, but could not squeeze it. And that will end up incomplete. 4th down, and another punt upcoming. Smart play again by Dallas to take the timeout earlier to now get the ball back with some time to do damage.
Absolutely, and batting that ball down means it stops the clock again. So they had that stoppage right now with 2 timeouts with 47 seconds left. So this is very possible for Dallas to put some more points on the board.
Punt is up and gone. Key play there.
Whoa.
As that will bounce and die right at the 6-yard line.
Huge.
It is. That makes the Talons have to go a lot of yards to get points here. You expected that one was going to bounce into the end zone, but instead it just hit a root in the turf and just died.
Yeah, it was like a mud patch right there in the turf here in Dallas, but that was just an outstanding punt, and that totally changes things. I don't think Dallas is going to be super aggressive here from their 6-yard line. I would be very, very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, if they get it at the 25, maybe they do something with it, but you're right. Duty is going to throw this either way. Aggressive, and they caught that. Wow. They call a timeout to stop the clock, and that will get them down a little bit closer, but it does bring them out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
I am surprised by that aggression, but I don't hate it. I mean, this is playoff football. You're playing to win. You're not playing not to lose. And Dallas wants to go down and score another set of points and maybe make this a 2-possession game.
33 seconds left, 1 timeout to go, so this will need to get downfield fairly quickly here. Travius James is going to get himself 7 yards, make it a 2nd and 3. Now decision time here for Dallas, but the clock continues to go.
I think they've decided to give up on this one, which is interesting because getting out of the shadow of your end zone, it looked like they were going to be more aggressive.
Maybe Duty takes a shot here. He has the football, throw to the right, going to try to move this towards the sticks and gets the 1st down out of bounds with 8 seconds to go. Maybe time for one quick hitter, get it down the field as much as you can, and then maybe put it on the tee for Corey Ruth. Try to kick this field goal.
Yeah, we can see what they decide to do here. They might just, you could still put something in the middle of play, in the middle of the field and call that timeout, but it can't take that long. He's only got 8 seconds, so it probably needs to be a 5-second play, get down, call a timeout, and either throw a Hail Mary ball or kick a field goal.
Get it downfield. That's the goal here. Single back. Instead, they're going to run this football, and that is exactly, I think, the mentality for Dallas. They're going to call a timeout. So I think they're going to try to line up for maybe a Hail Mary. See what comes of it.
Interesting. This has been an interesting last drive. It was aggressive, and it's not aggressive. It was aggressive, now not aggressive.
Yeah, very temperamental.
I don't think Duty has the arm to get this all the way in the end zone, so we'll see.
Yep, no, they're not going to go for it. So they are not going to do the Hail Mary. They will give it again to Travius James for another carry, and that is going to end the first half of play. It's been a low-scoring affair, but a quick-moving game. 10-3. This playoff game is only 1 possession, with the winner moving into the conference championship to take on Cincinnati. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, this is defense, right? I think Milwaukee has been instrumental in getting Cameron Duty to look a little bit uncomfortable, to have a really low completion percentage. That's not his game. But on the other side of the ball, Dallas's defense has just been unbelievable. We've seen some great pass defense, but it really is Ryan Van Holten who has been the star for Dallas and has just been so disruptive for Wiseman and the rest of this Stags offense. So we'll see what happens in the second half. I think we got 2 offenses that are itching to move the ball, but 2 defenses that are refusing to let them move it. We'll see what gives in the second half.
You want some more playoff football? We've got more for you. Station ID, it's the Virtual Football Network. This presentation of the UFL is intended for the private use of our audience. Any accounts or descriptions of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited. Back in Dallas, Texas, third quarter about to get underway, and it is Milwaukee starting with the football, moving right to left. Chris Curtis, John Warren with you. One of these teams moving on, one of these teams going home. Right now, Dallas in the driver's seat, but Milwaukee has a chance to get it back even.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how aggressive Adam Wiseman is in the second half here. I think he's got to take some shots downfield and test this Dallas defense.
One wide receiver, tight end is on a route as well. Left side, that's some room, and it's a catch down to the 45-yard line inside Dallas territory. That is DeJuan Wright, and he has a first down.
Hey, right on cue, right? I mean, I just think Wiseman has to spread this out a little bit, and he did that. I don't think Dallas thought they were going to go deep that early. You can tell by the defense. They just let DeJuan Wright just get behind everyone. And if that was in stride, that might have been 6, but instead he had to kind of come back and high point it. But that was still an outstanding first play call here in the second half. Come out aggressive.
Statement of intent. Now they go 5 wide. Put Adam Wiseman in a place where he can throw the football. Pressure, throw. That's a catch and a first down. How about a juke? Left side down the sideline all the way to the 10-yard line. Wow. What a run after catch for Mike Churchill. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, Mike Churchill just gets out in space and makes this catch and then keeps on going. Breaks 2 tackles and that huge juke. What a play from Mike Churchill. And wow, I mean, whatever Zach Young said to this team in the locker room at halftime, they came out super energized. Dallas looking a little lethargic and a little shocked here.
Yeah, Talon's in a tough spot. It's 1st and 10. They can still get a first down at the 1-yard line. That is going to be a run that goes absolutely nowhere for McLongfellow. That's what the Talons needed to get themselves back settled.
Yeah, I mean, that's Longfellow's just not had a whole lot of success today because Dallas is just game planned so well. This front 7 is so talented. They got to spend so much time worried about Van Holten that the rest of this defensive line can just eat and eat and eat when they hand the ball off. Wiseman,
7 on the play clock, has time. Pressure, no, there's none. That's a screen pass that gets lit up. Wow. Before that ball even got there, it was read super well by Briggs. He puts the hammer down. It's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that's just, again, we know about Van Holten, but Jarek Briggs over there on the left side has just made so many tackles for loss, so many great reads. He has really been outstanding on the other side of this line.
Wiseman needs to make something happen here. 3rd and very long to get it to the goal line. Needs it. Puts it to the outside. That's not going to be enough. They're going to end up going for a field goal here, getting it down to the 9-yard line. So we might see a field goal that's not 46 yards, believe it or not. It'll be from 26 instead. 4th and goal.
Yeah, but, considering how this drive started, Dallas has got to feel pretty good about stopping them and for this field goal attempt because they really looked out of sorts with those 2 big gains from the 2 receivers. And now to slow things down and play the kind of ball that they want at the pace, they're lucky to be walking away with only a field goal attempt here.
26 yards. Sam Reed, kick from the right hash. It is up, and it is through. He's not going to miss those very much. 10-6 lead for Dallas. They survive after the long catch by Mike Churchill. The goal line defense stands up and doesn't let Milwaukee get any further to the goal line.
I think our wonderful producer Cameron wanted to talk about a couple things after the half. Maybe a little bit about the aggressiveness of Dallas at the end of the half.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't see you there, Cameron. Welcome in.
Thank you, Curtis. Thank you, John.
You're welcome. Listen, I see you. I noticed you.
Hey, at the end of the first half, we call that temperamental code. And the reason why we call that temperamental code is because essentially the game is taking the amount of time left on the clock and the yard line. Well, every time that there's a clock stoppage, that logic changes. And essentially what we saw is at one point they wanted to pass and they wanted to run and they wanted to pass. And it was all based on time and yardage. So there's nothing really we can do about that. It's just kind of temperamental code. But these two teams are fascinating because Milwaukee did not get above 500 until June 25th this season when they got to 6-5 against Wichita. So they were kind of a late bloomer. And Dallas lost games to Florida and Albuquerque, both at home, both in a big spot as Cameron Duty gets a first down there. And they were looking pretty shaky. Their offense has erupted over the last month and a half, but Milwaukee's holding them down pretty good so far in the third. But both of these teams have had their struggles this season, but they're here in the conference semifinals.
Hey, Cameron.
Yes.
Nice shirt.
Thank you.
Right.
You know what? I really shouldn't have acknowledged you unless you gave me a super chat, but for you, it's free.
Love it. Love it. That's another nice first down as the Talons are moving the ball down the field left to right on your screen. Here we go. This is a new offense, new half for Dallas. They're trying to answer the field goal, John, and looking to start things up pretty good.
Yeah, they got Neil Rivers involved. He got his first catch at the very end of the first half, and now he's got another catch, and I think getting him involved is probably a good idea as one of the best tight ends in football.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line into Milwaukee territory. Handoff, right side, taken down right at the midfield stripe. That one hurt, as that one was Travius James, and he gets nowhere. It is 2nd and 10, and every single play means something in a playoff-type football scenario like this, and it feels different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's just everything just feels so important. Oh, and a conversion like that is a great example. Travion James has had a decent game so far, but that might have been his most impressive run, just getting a lot of momentum downfield early and just ahead of steam. That juke move is so good in the middle of the field. He can execute that better than almost any back in the league, making Shackelford totally miss. Alligator arms cruise there finally to take him down.
A little bit of alligator arms never hurt anybody. Good work from Travius James. Super chat coming in from Mark Lopez, giving $2 Canadian, which equates to about 36 cents American, saying it is a nice shirt. That is going to be a run to the left off the crossing pattern, and it is a catch and near a first down, but not enough. 2nd and 3.
Yeah, 2nd and 3, totally manageable, especially with Travius James. We'll see if they try to mix it up here with something else.
Play action. Pressure. Got to get it away. Doesn't do it. Taken down. A huge loss is going to take them out of field goal range as well. That's a problem. It's 3rd and 13.
Yeah, that's an unforced error by Cameron Duty. I think he's going to want that one back. The play action worked, but he couldn't find anyone downfield and kind of ran out to the side. Thought maybe he had a little bit of a better seam than he did, but the Chioke Mills there was right there. He made that incredible tackle earlier in the game against Travius James, but there he was right there to make the sack. And yeah, you're exactly right. That puts him out of field goal range. So they got to pick up some yards here if they want a chance at points.
3rd and 13 in the gun, 5 wide. Cameron Duty throws. That one's caught well short of the first down marker. I think this is going to equate to a punt. They got it to the 36-yard line. It would be a 53-yarder from here. I don't think they try it.
I think you're right. I think they don't try it. I think they should try it, but I think you might be right. They might play it safe here. Oh,
they're going to try it.
Wow.
Just to show us we're wrong. Corey Ruth, right hash, 53 yards. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Just got it over the bar, and that makes it back to a touchdown advantage.
I mean, he smacked this ball as hard as he could.
Wow.
It would not have been good from 55, but it was good from 53, and that is enough to give them a 7-point advantage once again here in the third quarter.
That's a huge leg from Corey Ruth, 53 yards. One of the longest we've seen in the UFL this season. That is nice from the Dallas Talons, 13-6. Robert Henson has it right. Not enough people liking this video. Help the YouTube algorithm find us. UFL playoffs deserve to be watched by way more than 46 people. This is going to be 10 yards deep in the end zone, touchback.
You smash that button the way he just smashed that field goal, and we'll be in good business, okay? So just hit it right there. Yeah, Milwaukee's now got a chance to respond. That was such a great first drive for Milwaukee. They've got to get, I think, that aggressive again, trying to make Dallas just operate off their back foot. But what they did is they let up. They really just kind of let up and tried to get a little more conservative once they got into field goal range. And I think that was a mistake. I don't know if it's going to be a mistake that they make again.
And off left side, that is McLongfellow, who doesn't get very far. Previous career long from Corey Ruth, 52 yards, April 18th against Wichita. He has eclipsed that with a 53-yarder today. So good work, Corey Ruth, to kick that in a playoff game. Through the middle, not a lot there as he's going to slip up before he gets tackled. And it is 3rd and 7. The last thing Milwaukee can afford right now is a 3-and-out.
Yeah, it is really the last thing they can afford. This is still a close game. They've still got plenty of time, but momentum feels like it's a little bit on Dallas' side right now.
Wiseman in trouble. He dropped the football. Wow. And it's picked up by Dallas, who has it at the 15-yard line.
Van Holten, I think, gets credited for half a sack there. It's also a strip sack. He also recovered the fumble. Van Holten having about as good of a day that I have seen a defensive player have all season. This is just an absolute disaster for Milwaukee to turn the ball over. Oh my gosh, all the way in Talon territory like this. Brutal turn of events for Adam Wiseman.
Wow, that is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. An unreal scenario, and Dallas is rocking right now.
Yeah, this crowd feels it.
Handoff, Travius James through the middle. He'll get himself, I believe that's 5, and it will be 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, and even turning this into a 2-possession game feels big. I mean, no matter kind of what happens here, be it a touchdown or a field goal, Dallas' defense is just such, they're so smothering right now.
Duty looking to put the hammer down. End zone touchdown! The one-handed baseball mitt snag has 6 points for Dallas one more time. How about Neil Rivers?
Are you kidding me with this nonchalant one-handed toe-tapping grab from Neil Rivers, one of the very best tight ends we have ever seen in the league, just making his presence felt in the second half. He's had a couple big catches, none bigger than that touchdown, and Dallas is in business. They're about to go up by 2 touchdowns.
Kick is up and on the way. It is good from Corey Ruth, who a chip shot extra point is nothing compared to the 53-yard bomb he just hit. It's a 14-point game. Milwaukee's got to figure some things out before it is too late. We are later in the 3rd quarter than they would like. It's 20-6.
Yeah, we know Wiseman can sling it. We know they can move the ball against this Dallas defense. Dallas can be prone to giving up those big plays. That's actually been their Achilles heel all season, is that they will give up some big plays, but they can also turn the ball over like no one's business. And we saw it right there with Van Holten creating the havoc and also recovering the fumble. It's just it's getting late early, as you were implying a second ago, for Milwaukee.
Yeah, not ideal for the Stags, who now need to score basically every time they touch the ball to have a shot. They got through the first round of the playoffs, they got through the quarterfinals with a big-time upset, and now they are up against it with Dallas right in front of them and looking rather large at the moment. This is going to be a run to the right-hand side. Trying to get the edge is McLongfellow. He will get taken down after a 4-yard gain. How long until you abandon the run, John?
Yeah, no disrespect to Rocco McLongfellow. He's been great all season, but it's time to abandon that. It's time to just get the passing game going downfield. That's where we've seen Dallas be vulnerable this game. You got to do it.
Wiseman, pressure coming. He's going to get taken down again. Another big-time sack. Too long hanging onto the football for Wiseman. It's 3rd and very long.
Yeah, Wiseman's got to make his reads and then get rid of the ball. He's got to throw it away or to get it downfield, but he can't do this. He can't hold on to the ball. We saw what happened last time he did that. He got smacked and stripped, and this time he almost got stripped again, but was able to hold on to the ball. That ball was precariously held.
Yeah.
And that was close again. So Wiseman's got to be careful, make some smart decisions.
He doesn't always, but he can run if he needs to. So maybe it's time to, in those situations, you got to get out of the pocket and get somewhere else. 3rd and 10. Over the middle. Needs it. Got it in the hands of the blue shirts. That's an interception at the 35-yard line. And that is forcing the ball downfield into quadruple coverage.
Yeah, that's not the read I would have made there. Thrown into quadruple coverage, I believe. Triple coverage. Oh, what a grab by Foxworth. I didn't realize how good of a catch that was.
Yeah.
I saw him high pointed. He went up and that's a one-handed grab. That is just unreal. That is
Didn't see the one-handed.
So that is just ridiculous to go over Mike Churchill like that, who's had a couple of great catches this game. That was just an unreal individual effort there from Foxworth, but not a great read from Wiseman. Oh,
he just OBJ'd that, man.
He did. I mean, that was an unbelievable catch.
1st and 10. Dallas maybe trying to ice this game away with 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Duty, right side. That's caught in the curl route. Not a lot needed. No need to reinvent the wheel here. 5-yard gain.
Yeah, that short passing game can kind of be a surrogate run game, right? Safe passes, just get it underneath. You might not get first downs, but you're going to keep the clock moving and the sticks moving as well.
2nd and 6. That is big-time tackle in the backfield. If Milwaukee can get this ball back fairly quickly, they still have a chance at this. They have a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was Chioke Mills again in the backfield meeting. This unclaimed linebacker, all 5'8" of him, has just been everywhere this game. If we're giving out game balls to Milwaukee at the end of this game for whatever reason, he's definitely getting one. He's been everywhere. But yeah, Dallas still in the driver's seat, but this is a big 3rd down.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Duty needs a 1st down to keep this drive alive. Right side, and well incomplete, way overthrown. And Milwaukee does get the stop, so they're not done yet. They're only down 2 scores.
Yeah, he had his man, but just sailed it. And that's not the first time we've said that. He has just not looked himself in the pocket. He's usually pretty composed and can hit 73% of his passes, but definitely not even close to that in this game.
Hunt is up and gone. There is some help coming downfield, and that is not going to matter as it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Milwaukee now has their task clearly set out in front of them, a 14-point disadvantage at the moment, and that man right there needs to find it. The playoff heroics need to find this team for Milwaukee to get them moved on.
Yeah, they've got to put something together here right away. Dallas making some adjustments right now in their coverage.
Yeah, 2 deep safeties, but they do the screen pass into the flat, and they get a few yards. They do step out of bounds. The clock stops. Not that we're worried so much about clock just yet, not even the end of the 3rd quarter yet, but every second matters when you're down 2 scores.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, obviously they're going to roll it when they move the ball, but yeah, I think every second counts for Milwaukee right now.
That is a Longfellow run. It was a good one through the middle. That's his best run of the day. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for Milwaukee. 2 plays, 2 positive outcomes, and a new set of downs.
Yeah, I like the play call. A little bit of a draw there to get the defense to back up for a second. Longfellow bursting through the hole, and that's his best run of the game by a wide margin.
5 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. We're going to get one more playoff. We are not. And that is going to be the end of the 3rd frame. Put your 4s up in chat. Put the different numbers up of those that have left us far too soon. It's the start of the 4th quarter. Playoff time. 1 quarter to go. One of these teams is going home. One of these teams is moving on. It's the UFL playoffs on the Virtual Football Network. Chris Curtis and John Warren with you in the broadcast booth. That's a 1st down. Needed that. Get it to the 49-yard line. And Milwaukee starting to find some end roads.
Yeah, and that's just the kind of read that Wiseman was making earlier in the game. He's got to find these routes once more, find the soft areas and get it get it delivered to his receivers. He's good at that.
Throw left side. That's an open receiver down to the 40-yard line. Don't look now, but they're starting to find it.
Sure. Churchill there, that's his 4th catch, 75 yards on the day. No matter if he's downfield or underneath, he's been effective.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. The 3 are in the bunch on the right. Looking to throw, does, caught, slant route is going to be a first down to the 27-yard line. They do it again, 3 straight first downs.
Great call, that slant with the tight end. That was Dallas right there, 2nd catch of the game. That was a really big one for the first down.
Nickel look on defense. Milwaukee. Throw, caught, middle of the hash marks is seemingly where they're doing most of their damage. It is into the red zone. They go 1st and 10. They can still get a first down at the 3.
That's a big hit too.
Yeah.
Churchill with his big hands just able to hold on to that. Oh man, there have been some. This has been a physical game. Just big hits in the middle of the field from both teams.
From the 13-yard line, Milwaukee needs to find the end zone fairly quickly. They can have a shot at this. Throw, short, caught to the 9-yard line.
Efficient drive from Wiseman, efficient drive from this offense. They had a little bit of balance at the beginning, but now it's been all Wiseman finding his receivers.
Here we go. Handoff through the middle. Man, if he just keeps running there and doesn't juke, I think he has a touchdown.
I think you're right. He got too cute with it. Longfellow I think if he just barrels forward, he's at least got the first down, but I think he probably would have scored. So, wow, what a weird play that was.
Looking to throw this. Wiseman, corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Oh, I thought he had it. Jump ball did not go his way. And it will be 4th down, decision time for Milwaukee. I think they have to go.
That back shoulder fade just executed
that was gorgeous.
But oh my gosh, just the defense there from Sheldon Hastings going up and swatting it down. Oh, wow, what corner play. That almost never happens with the tall receiver. That was an outstanding play by Hastings there. Wow.
I haven't seen a lot from Scorch Henderson today, and that would have been his biggest catch of the day. No doubt about that. 4th and 2, they are going. Got to find the end zone, or at least get the first down. They get the first down. Oh, that was key. They do get the 1st and goal. No biggie. Now they have 4 chances to put it home.
Yeah, they have a lot of options here. Briggs making the tackle, but not before he got the first down. Barely got the first down, but that sets him up at 1st and goal at the 2.
It does. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Wiseman, handoff on the option play, and that is not going to go very far. McLongfellow's taken down. I think you need to throw the run out for the rest of this drive.
Yeah, I think you just got to throw it out. Roberts there with a nice tackle for loss. Just throw runs out. You have to just get your balls to your tight ends, to your receivers. There have been gaps in this defense. There are holes. We've seen them, but Wiseman's got to find them.
Single back look. Tight end off to the right. Heavy set. They will run it again and again. Same result. 2-yard loss. They have 2 plays to get it in, but at least they have a little more space to operate their playbook.
Briggs and Van Holten have just been absolute killers there on the front. I just don't know what they're thinking.
Wiseman, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. This is a need. Has it. Throw. End zone. Touchdown. They got it in. What a play call to get it done. That is Scorch Henderson to get them back to a 1-possession game.
That started with the Milwaukee offensive line picking up a blitz. We have not seen that many blitzes so far in this game. That front 7 has just been good enough. That rushing 4, Van Holten getting in the backfield, that's been easy. They bring pressure this time with extra men, leaves the rest of the defense vulnerable, found Scorch Henderson fast, scores a touchdown. This is going to be a 1-possession game. Ooh, partner,
yes,
this is heating up. This is heating up. This is exciting.
This is what playoff football is all about. Kick is up and on the way from Sam Reed. It is up and through. It's a 20-13 game, and now if you're the Milwaukee defense, you keep everything in front of you. Get yourself a stop by any means necessary.
Absolutely. These two teams have had a very intense game, but they've also had an intense rivalry for the the history of the UFL. I want to talk a little bit more about that with Cam if he wants to come in.
Yeah, back when it was the Ultimate Football League, before we were around and the games were just getting simmed on their own, Milwaukee actually won the first Ultimate Football League championship. They used to be the Milwaukee Dark Eagles, and they beat Los Angeles 31-3 in Ultimate 1. But Dallas has had plenty of experience in championships as well. They've won their first in Season 9, beating San Diego. Then they won in Season 11 against San Jose. And then LA ended their run in Season 12. So that was a long time ago, but this was back when CJ Zilligan was just having fun on his own. We're happy to be in his universe right now, and both these teams with championship experience and pedigree trying to get back there many, many years later.
Hey, Cameron.
Yes.
Nice shirt. I love it. Right side. That's caught deep down the right side, and a lot of room to run, and a late hit out of bounds is going to make it worse for Milwaukee.
Wow.
Oh, man. That hurts.
That is huge. They went from their own 25 to the to the Stag 25. That is a massive reversal, a 50-yard swing just right at the beginning of the drive. That is enormous. And I wanted to point out, Cam Duty really turned this game around in terms of his accuracy.
And momentum-wise, that was gorgeous. Down the field to the 5-yard line. 2 plays, and already Milwaukee's back on life support.
Neil Rivers had 1 catch for 6 yards in the first half. Since then, 5 catches, 89 yards or 88 yards. I wish I could do math. But that's an incredible second half. He had that touchdown in the back of the end zone too. Rivers with that big first one, hitting that, absorbing that late hit, and then getting that second grab in this drive. He's had an amazing second half.
Here we go. This is a big moment in time for Dallas. They can really put the screws to this game if they're able to score. 6 minutes and change left. Cameron Duty backs it up. Play action, throws, end zone incomplete. Oh, man. The Metroplex was about to explode in 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal.
And I think that was the right call. He just should have aimed the ball a little bit more outside, give his receiver the only chance to get that. Instead, good defense and maybe not the most perfectly placed ball. Ooh.
That's a handoff and an immediate tackle. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. Dallas thinking they can maybe play conservative here, play for the field goal, make it a 2-possession game. I understand the logic here, but I also know that if they score a touchdown, that might actually really just slam the door.
One of these two teams moving on to play Cincinnati in the Great East Conference Championship. Who is it going to be? 3rd and goal. Duty throws, end zone, incomplete. Man, that was close. I think that was he just stuck his mitt out there. Attempted another big-time baseball catch in the back of the end zone. This one flies by.
Yeah, that was Hassan Boyer. He's a little bit deep on the wide receiver depth chart, but he was open. He had some daylight. I think Cameron Duty just missed that play a little bit. I think if he had just gotten it a little bit more inside, closer to Boyer, that would have been a touchdown. But they're going to settle for a field goal attempt, and that's still going to make this a 2-possession game if he hits.
Left hash. Kick is up and on the way. It is up, and it is through to make it a 10-point game. This game's not over yet, but those 4 points make a world of difference if you're Milwaukee.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think, Dallas having that drive just be so fast, so relentless, that 15-yard personal foul did not help. Milwaukee's got to clean that up, be a little more disciplined. But they've got opportunity now. I mean, they're not out of this game. There's still plenty of time, about half the quarter left.
And all 3 timeouts to work with, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here we go. Milwaukee's going to get this ball back, but the key is they cannot have a long drive here, but it needs to be productive. Yeah. Dallas, in 3 plays, was already at 1st and goal. Let's see what we got. Kick is up and on the way. Got to make it happen. With vigor and with speed. Now the speed comes past the 20-yard line to the 21-yard line, and that is where Milwaukee will start this very crucial drive.
Yeah, Wiseman's just got to be really judicious with his throws here. Can't waste a lot of time. Can't take a sack. Needs to not throw into triple coverage like we saw earlier.
Wiseman backs up. Has time. Time is ticking away. Backs up again. Throws, and that is incomplete. There was no way that was going to be a catchable ball, and it nearly ended up being caught anyway. What a throw, but it's second and 10.
He had a million years to get rid of that ball. He finally takes a chance, and Foxworth right there to break it up.
They gave him a 2 weeks notice they were going to try to pressure him there. Left side, got it, rounding the corner, first down. Juke left, out of bounds, they stop the clock. That's a great play with the ball in his hands. Scorch Henderson is starting to find it.
The design of that play, are you kidding me? Sending Scorch underneath, and it basically creates this natural screen right there. Churchill just able to get, that's a design. Churchill knew he was going to go in for the block there. He knew that was going to Scorch Henderson, knew it the entire time, didn't go too early, got enough of a block there, a chip to basically spring Henderson. That was an outstanding play call.
And Scorch does the Heisman unintentionally there as he gets towards the sideline. Here comes the no huddle. 1st and 10. Milwaukee has to move the ball 4 wide. Wiseman over the middle. That's a catch and a first down.
Wow.
Down to the 45-yard line. They're in Dallas territory.
That's Longfellow in space too, so they're sending him out as a receiver, and I think that's the right move. You're throwing the runs out. I think that's the right call. He can still damage you in space.
Heavy set look, interesting formation here. They're going to send some out on a pass pattern. In trouble. Wiseman's taken down again. You saw it right in front of him. He couldn't do anything about it. Briggs with his 2nd sack today.
Jarek Briggs, again, just a beneficiary of all the attention they're giving Vin Holton, gets back into the backfield, makes the sack.
There's a big time stag issue here. That one's going to be incomplete, knocked down. They're stuck. They were stuck in that formation after the no huddle, but now they can huddle up with the incomplete pass. They got to get something downfield. They got 2 plays to do it.
3rd and 18. This is
in the gun by himself. Wiseman puts it up deep.
Oh my gosh.
Left side. He had a step, but it's incomplete. Just overthrew his target out there. It's 4th down and long.
Oh, that is agony for the Stags. Longfellow absolutely had a step, and he just overthrows him just a little bit. It's just over his head. That was just so close.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Brooks was there, but he was still a step or 2 behind.
He was.
And now it's 4th down and long. This could be 4th and season for Milwaukee. Back it up. Look to throw this. Got to get it downfield. Wiseman is going to heave it deep. Looking for the end zone.
That's going to be interference.
But that's going to be interference.
Oh, my gosh. Foxworth pushes him in the end zone.
Wow. That's going to put the ball, if I'm not mistaken, at the 1-yard line. It's 1st and goal. This game is not over yet. Wiseman is going to look to put this in the end zone, and they do! Touchdown! Stags are still alive! Oh, my!
I can't believe I'm still reeling from that pass interference. Foxworth, he just chucks it up, he decides to give his big receiver Mike Churchill a chance, and Foxworth just goes too early, didn't get his head around, and now Longfellow gets into the end zone. This is a 1-possession game. What an unbelievable drive.
And Milwaukee still has all 3 timeouts. This kick is up, and it is through, and it is a 3-point game in Dallas. Wow.
This is turned into a bit of a barn burner. We weren't so sure after that 10-3 slow start.
What were there? 6 players there? A little dab, a dab, will do you?
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks, Porky. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. I like it. Talons have their biggest drive of the season coming up next as they have a chance to put this game away, put it on ice. A touchdown would likely seal this game and send them to the Great East Conference Final.
God, how do you game plan this? I mean, you don't want to be too conservative and give Milwaukee the ball back. You don't want to be too aggressive and make a mistake here. This is definitely a pressure cooker situation for Dallas, even though they've got the lead.
And they will take it at the 25-yard line. So Cameron Duty, biggest spot of his UFL career is right now. 6 teams left in the chase for the UFL championship.
A lot of eyes here on Trevius James. I think he's going to get the ball a lot here. If he manages to get a couple first downs, they could ice this game.
They will play action this. Duty's going to go right side. And
oh my God.
Picked off. And it's brought back the other way and out of bounds to stop the clock. Oh, man, Milwaukee is feeling it right now.
I am stunned. Cameron Duty hits him with a perfect play action and then delivers this pass, sails it. I can't tell you how many passes he has sailed in this game. He has just looked so inaccurate at times. And Cruz is back there playing center field. I mean, he barely had to move from his spot and returns this about 15 yards, and they're set up shop in Talon territory.
It is Cash Cruz with the biggest play of the Milwaukee season so far. Adam Wiseman has his wish. His defense gave him a chance to win it. 3:54 left and all 3 timeouts. Wiseman to throw. Left side into the flats, getting some yardage. Nothing necessarily needed past that. They get 7 yards at 8 yards at 2nd and 2.
Yeah, playbook is open, really, for Milwaukee. They don't have to rush this. I mean, this is something that they can take their time and figure out.
2 to the left, 2 to the right, backing up. Wiseman throws over the middle. It is incomplete. Good defense on the back end of that over the middle, and it's 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that one right there, he had his hands on it, but that was just outstanding defense.
Knocked it right out. Heavy set look. Do they dare go McLongfellow here? On 3rd and 2 with the game on the line, they do not here. Throws. That is caught. They needed that to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Milwaukee.
The one right, making up for that last drop by getting that pass and taking the hit, holding on to the ball.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Just almost immediately upon catching it, was hit there, manages to hold on to it. Palmer smacked him right in the chest.
The durable DeJuan Wright is what we're going to call him until further notice. 1st and 10. Adam Wiseman in the gun, backs it up, 3-step drop, pressure coming, throws right side for the end zone. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't hate the call, just the execution wasn't great. I mean, test those defenders one-on-one in space. We saw how that turned out last time with that PI call, but just sailed it.
Backing up. Pressure, throws, that's caught right down the middle. 1st and 10, down to 1st and goal. Oh, man, it is Mike Churchill with the biggest catch of the season for Milwaukee.
Yeah, whether Churchill is high-pointing this and taking a hit or doing stuff after the catch, he has just had an amazing game. Mace's first man missed there. That's Foxworth with the attempted tackle, misses it.
Yeah.
And now just getting enough yards to make this a 1st and goal. So unlikely. If you had told me this 1 half ago, I would have said, I don't think this is going to happen. But Milwaukee right back in this.
Wiseman looking. Pressure, he's taken down.
Holden.
That is Van Holden again. 2-minute warning. 2 of the fastest minutes you'll see. It's the UFL playoffs on the Virtual Football Network. Chris Curtis, John Warren with you for 2 of the best minutes of football hopefully you will see all season. Bunch right for Wiseman, looking to throw, caught towards the 7 to the 5-yard line. It's 3rd and goal from, they'll say, the 6.
And this is just a battle of wits here, right? Does Dallas start to take timeouts to give them enough time to get downfield, or nope, they're going to just go no huddle, no timeouts.
2 chances. Do they need both of them? That's down to the 6 still. It's incomplete. Oh, man. Mike Churchill nearly had that.
I thought he grabbed it, but this is going to be 4th and goal. This is the ball game. I guess that my hunches are going to kick a field goal here and tie this up, but that gives Dallas so much time.
It really does.
To work. So, yeah, this is a big dropped ball from Mike Churchill.
We've got drama in Big D. It's a left hash Sam Reed field goal that's going to be 23 yards. It is through. We are tied with a minute and 33 seconds left on the clock.
Got 93 seconds left. This is a tie ball game. Home team Dallas, they've got a chance. Cameron Duty absolutely distraught with himself that he made that last mistake to give Cruz the interception and to give the Stags the short field with which they used to tie this game. So this is a huge drive for the Dallas Talons. This crowd is behind them, but you can feel the energy. It has really shifted in this building since
really
the
has.
Stags have made their run.
As far as Cameron Duty's concerned, all will be forgiven if he can bring his team down and get this win. He's got a minute 33 to do it. By the time the kickoff return is done, probably a minute 30. This is going to be up into the air off the kickoff and out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. So nothing taken off the clock. 93 seconds left between destiny and disappointment for Cameron Duty and the Dallas Talons. They're tied at the moment. The last time they touched the ball, it was a key interception that allowed Milwaukee to tie this football game up. Here come the Talons. 1st and 10. Cameron Duty over the middle. It's caught down to the 36-yard line. It is 1st and 10 again.
And that's just another outstanding clutch catch from Neil Rivers, who's just had an amazing second half.
In the gun. Duty again, backs it up. Pressure non-existent. Plenty of time. Checks it down. Gets it about 8 yards downfield. Make it 2nd and 2. Clock gets down to 60 seconds left. Dallas still has all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, they're not in a hurry here. They know they want to drive this all the way down to zeros, not give Milwaukee a chance to do anything.
Here we go. 2nd and 2. Duty going for a deep ball. He's got it down to the 36-yard line. They'll give them the 35. And Dallas is moving the ball, and they're at the long end of field goal range.
That is the 3rd tight end, Luke Riley there, who, I mean, just coming up clutch with his very first catch. That is just hanging in there. Knew he was going to get smacked by Cruz, and he did. But they are set up in long field goal range. I mean, this is toward the max of Ruth's range, but we've seen him hit a 53-yarder earlier.
Timeout taken to stop the clock.
31
seconds left. Dallas is the one who took that timeout. Go ahead.
What a nail biter. I mean, this has just been an unbelievable game down the stretch. And yeah, you're right. They did take a timeout there to stop the clock at 31 seconds.
I formation, one to the right, one to the left. Expect they're probably fine just running the ball here, and they will. Travius James is taken down, and there's a flag. What's the flag? It's a face mask. That is unfortunate. An immediate 1st and 10, and they are well within the field goal range to end this game.
Just another penalty coming back to bite them. I mean, that is... that was on Kobe Carnes too. That's one of their best defenders. He is just distraught, so despondent.
And that is a tackle right at the 20-yard line. Timeout taken by Dallas. They have one more remaining. They have plenty of time. They could probably go for another play if they wanted to and let it squeak down. Dallas trying to walk it off.
A little confused about why they took the timeout, but I mean, they've still got one left. They don't want to get
Focusing
too cute here.
Execution for this play. This is going to be a run to the right, to the outside, down to the 15, to the 14. They call Milwaukee calls a timeout, try to ice things out. They know they're going for the field goal here. This is going to likely be it with 20 seconds left. One would think maybe they go for one more play.
I think they try to run this out. I think they try to run this down to the last 5 seconds or so.
Yeah.
3rd and 4. Well, they only have time for one more play before they've got to. Well, unless they get a first
down,
off, which they do.
Down, and he gets down to the 6-yard line. Timeout taken by Milwaukee one more time, and that will bring on the field goal unit for Dallas. It should. 16 seconds left. Do they run it again?
every yard is going to make a difference here. But
Yeah.
again, you're just playing with fire. You don't want to turn the ball over.
That is another Travius James handoff. He gets in to the end zone. Why not slam the door shut if you have the opportunity? That's what Dallas does. They take a touchdown lead.
Unbelievable. That is how you finish a game. You just go ahead and score. Now, granted, Milwaukee's got a timeout. They've got 13 seconds. It's not technically over yet, but I do think the Talons just booked Cincinnati's ticket to come to Dallas next week.
Mike Churchill not happy on the sideline. Extra point is on point. 30-23. Just 13 seconds left. For what it's worth, Milwaukee does have a timeout, but it is going to be a hill to climb.
Yeah, they've got a shot. They do. I mean, we've seen them hit a couple of really big plays. We've seen them get Mike Churchill in space. He's made some stuff happen, but yeah, I mean, they're going to have to really get creative here. They might have one shot to get the ball a little bit downfield and maybe a Hail Mary ball, but they don't have a ton of options.
All right. Well, here it is. Decision time as far as the kickoff return goes. If you're Dallas, you put this in the field of play. There's no doubt about it.
Put it in the field of play. Let them run. I believe in their coverage.
Got to put it in the field of play. And they do. To the 7-yard line. Returnable to the 25, to the 31-yard line. They'll say the 30. And with 9 seconds left, this is what we have left. Prevent defense for Dallas. Everything needs to stay in front of them, and they move on. Wiseman waits. Pressure. Taken down. And they call a timeout. With 3 seconds left, this is going to be your ball game right here.
Oh, what a wasted opportunity to get something downfield so you have a shot at a Hail Mary. Now all you can hope for is some sort of crazy situation, maybe some sort of hook and ladder, craziness, Stanford band play, but realistically, yeah, the Talons just in prevent defense here.
Here comes Wiseman. Gets it up in the air. That's not near deep enough, and it is incomplete. The Dallas Talons are moving in to the Great East Conference Championship game. They will host Cincinnati in Dallas to see who goes on to play for a UFL title.
Milwaukee twice this season has given Dallas really everything they can handle. I mean, Dallas has been challenged deeply by this team twice, but has prevailed both times. Cameron Duty far from perfect in this game, but Dallas's defense, unbelievable. That front seven, especially Jared Briggs and the incomparable Ryan Vinholzen, those were the two difference makers in this game, keeping the running game for Milwaukee non-existent and then helping put some pressure on Adam Wiseman. That was the difference in this game, in my opinion. Talon's defense coming on strong here, and they're moving on to face Cincinnati here at home. And what a game that was. I didn't know what kind of game we were going to get, but it turned around fast, and that was one of the best games all season. What a classic.
We are not done yet here on the Virtual Football Network. That was the first of a conference semifinal doubleheader that's going to be on its way next for the second leg of said doubleheader. It's Dakota headed to San Diego for the Western Conference semifinal. That is on your way next. It is Eric Vincent and Josh Zirkle going to be on the call for that. We have a game time and date for the Great East Conference final next Tuesday, September 30th, 7 p.m. It is going to be Cincinnati traveling to Dallas to take on these same Talons for a chance to play for a UFL championship. For John Warren, for Cameron Irvine, I am Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from the Big D. We will see you in just a few minutes for more UFL playoffs. Have a good night, everybody.